Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, when you start to get interested in this spiritual work, you must stay vigilant. You must stay aware not to lose sight of the real spiritual path. The real spiritual path is about figuring out the unchanging truth in you. And getting caught up in the spiritual journey means ignoring the relative world, functioning world, ignoring your your inner conflict, ignoring the issue, ignoring the problem, ignoring your fear in you. And this can happen when you get distracted with the beautiful meanings and experience that you end up collecting along the way. You must realize that all meanings are false. All experience are false when it comes to absolute truth, because the truth is not an experience nor a belief. All beliefs and all experience, they come on the truth. And the truth is the consciousness. All experience and all meanings come and go on the consciousness, rise and fall on the consciousness, appears and disappears on the consciousness. And the journey, the spiritual journey, is about figuring out the background that supports all experience to rise and fall. So when you get distracted with the meanings and experience in the spiritual path, you are ignoring the real path of figuring out that background. So, you got to be aware not to get distracted. And when you get, by the way, when you get distracted with the meanings and experience, you end up ignoring the world as well. And your own personal experience too. The experience that you experience in the world as a conflict, as a fear, as a distraction, as a pain, as struggle. And the real journey is not about ignoring your experience. It's about finding the solution for your experience. Everybody is struggling in the world. And to resolve, to find the solution for the struggle, find the solution for the fear, conflict, drama, is by looking into these experience that we go through. That is an opportunity. Any conflict that you experience is an opportunity to go back to figure out the truth. But we have been ignoring our issues, the problems, the struggle that we face, isn't it? Every time there's issue, we try only find the solution to overcome the issue outwardly. That means we are finding the solution on the surface level. But we never question why the struggle, why the pain, why the fear, why the conflict is there in the first place. We never question ourselves. If we start to question ourselves like this, then that is an opportunity to see the absolute truth in oneself. That is the opportunity to be free from the mind. And the journey, the spiritual journey, is to be free from the mind. Mind is the source of issue, source of conflict, source of fear, isn't it? The mind creates so much drama. Yes, there is happy thoughts, and we can create a happy experience, but also that trying to seek for the happy thought, happy experience is coming from the place of fear of not experiencing good stuff. So basically, the deep rooted um, the the root cause of the all issue, all problem in life comes from the place of fear. Fear makes us go through the conflict. Fear makes us go through, experience the pain. Fear is the reason, and the fear is the reason to seek the spirituality as well, isn't it? The reason to be part of the spirituality is to overcome the fear. And how to overcome the fear? Where we are ignoring our own experience, own issue. We must, be aware of the issue. We must accept the issue. We must accept the problem. We must accept the fear and also investigate. Only way to get to the truth is self-examination, is a self-inquiry. And this self-inquiry, self-examination is always ignored. Maybe not knowing how to be part of the self-inquiry. That's why there's a, denial of the journey. Or when there's a realization that it's about giving up everything, that's why there's a denial of self-examination. Or the not to, experience the past, not to, face the mask we wear. That's why we ignore the self-inquiry. And when the self-inquiry part is missing, that's where we end up clinging to the spiritual meanings and experience. And we try to hold on to the experience and meanings and hoping for the truth. That hope is just a hopeless hope. It gets you nowhere. Doesn't help you dissolve your fear in your life. That clinging to the spiritual reference, the spiritual meanings and experience itself is the fear. Fear makes you cling to your experience. Fear makes you cling to experience and repeat the experience in your spiritual work. Now that is already a fucked up movement. Your spiritual work is happening from the past spiritual experience. By the way, it's not even a spiritual experience, it's just an experience. Anyway, don't ignore your experience of conflict, fear, struggle, pain that you experience in your life. That is a simple indication, a message for you that you are missing the truth. It's a nudge. Hey, you got to do something to overcome this. It's a nudge. But when the nudge is there, we are so conditioned in the body and mind for decades and decades. And the conditioning itself is also distraction not to look into the issue. And until we face the issue, work with the issue, the truth, is unable to see. Even The nature, your true nature is the truth. It's in you, but it seems far when the self-inquiry is missing. So, do the real work. The real work is self-inquiry. Investigate. Ask yourself, why am I struggling? Why am I experiencing the fear? Why am I experiencing the pain? Why am I experiencing the conflict? Why do I narrate this drama in my head? Why? When you ask question, there's the answer for that. Every time you question yourself, you will see the answer, because you are experiencing suffering. You are experiencing the struggle. When you ask yourself, why am I experiencing a struggle or suffering? There should be the reason for that, because you are already suffering. When you ask, there should be reason. And this why, questioning yourself why, is the way to reveal the mental reasoning. And then every time you see this reasoning, you have to use the reasoning to connect the dots backward to figure out the root cause of the suffering. And the journey towards the truth is about dissolving the root as well, uprooting the root until there's nothing is left. And that's where you prepare yourself to see the absolute truth in you. And the truth is empty. The truth itself is a consciousness, and the nature of the consciousness is conscious and empty. To get to the truth, you have to empty yourself, empty your mind. And mind is all meanings and experience. So you have to get rid of that. So if you are getting distracted by your meanings and experience, you are getting stagnated in your spiritual journey. So you gotta let go of the attachment with the meanings and experience to go further. Further is the truth. Further backward in dismantling the mind. So question yourself. Don't be lazy to be part of the self-inquiry. I mentioned before that everybody is so interested to question the world, question others, but never questioning oneself on why there's an issue in the first place. So question yourself why you're experiencing the conflict, the issue, the fear, the struggle, the pain. Why? Why am I experiencing? Make it personal, that pointing the fingers at yourself and questioning, why am I experiencing the struggle? And that's the way to do it. This is the journey. You have to walk on your own. You cannot hold hands and walk together, because it's an inward, backward of dismantling the mind. Holding the hands, walking with others is about expanding the mind. So you got to let go to be part of yourself. And self-inquiry, my friends, self-inquiry. So again, don't get caught up in the spiritual experience or meanings, because they are not true. They are simply the ideas experience that you end up experiencing in the spiritual journey, and let it come, let it go, so that way you keep yourself free already in the mind, not creating any drama in yourself about spirituality. Spirituality is about moving towards the plain sight truth, a simple truth, and that truth is empty. Don't hold on to anything. You hold on to anything, that is not empty. That is not who you are. You are empty and conscious. That's where you need to go. Okay, I hope this video makes sense to you. I hope. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next video. Take care for now. Bye.